The question on everybody's mind right now is how much money will Sauce, Garrett, and JJ be given in contract extensions? Now, the Jets already picked up their fifth-year option, so they're signed through 2026. But a lot of people, especially for Sauce and Garrett, are concerned. I think the Jets will extend them before 2026, which I think is the smart move. I have an article here from Athlon Sports. This is Craig Ellenport, who had a anonymous scout talk to him about the contract extension negotiations. And he says Garrett Wilson, pound for pound, is as good as any wide receiver, one rival scout told Athlon Sports. He's got great hands, routes, and body control. Jets owner Woody Johnson is going to have to write some big checks for Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, and Sauce Gardner, the scout said. They deserve it, especially Sauce. He's going to beat the Derek Stingley Jr. deal. Now, as a reminder, Derek Stingley got 3 years, 90 million, averaging about 30 million a year. 25 million due at signing. That was the signing bonus. And a total contract guaranteed money of 89 million. So basically a fully guaranteed contract minus, a few $100,000 here. So I think Sauce is way better than Derek Stingley Jr. And I think that he will get not a much larger contract, but I've heard rumors around 3 years, 93 million, 3 years, 94 million, somewhere around there. And he's worth every penny of it. He had 2 all pro years and then had a down year last year. To be quite honest with you, I don't see what the argument is. I know a lot of people are thinking that they should try and trade him and get more pieces. I completely disagree with that sentiment. When you have someone as good as him on the team, you have to lock him up. Now, us Jet fans over the last decade and a half have had issues with retaining talent. The only 2 guys in recent memory that have gotten second contracts from the team are Quinnen Williams and Michael Carter II. And it's not because we're drafting good guys and they're leaving, or blue chip players and they're leaving because they don't want to be on the Jets. It's because we haven't been drafting blue chip players at all, period. The only 2 guys that deserved second contracts were Quinnen and Michael Carter II. And that is not how good teams operate. That's not how the Ravens operate. That's not how the Steelers operate. You draft well and you keep the guys that are worth keeping. We have had such a drought of draft picks that we haven't been able to keep anybody because no one's any good to keep. Now, everybody can hate Joe Douglas all he wants. I think he was a terrible GM when all is said and done. But the 2022 draft class is actually very good. It's the one bright spot out of his entire tenure. You have to keep Sauce, you have to keep Garrett, and you have to keep JJ. Now, I don't know what JJ's numbers are going to look like. I think Garrett is also going to command about $30 million a year. I think you could see a similar contract of 3 years, north of 90 million for Garrett as well. JJ, we just don't know because of the injury. We don't know what he's going to be like coming off that injury. And I made a video earlier where I explained that we don't really know what JJ's numbers are going to be at the end of the year. And I don't think we should expect him to come right out of the gate, firing right out of week 1. He's going to need some time to ramp up. I don't expect JJ to actually get going until at least week 6, because Achilles injuries, coming off the edge, having or needing that power from your lower body, I don't think that he's going to be able to be impactful that early in the season. So we don't know really what JJ will command. It depends on how well he plays this year and maybe next year. Maybe we're going to have to wait till after 2026 to talk about his extension. But you've got to lock up Garrett. You've got to lock up Sauce. And the odd man out, unfortunately, I've also made a video about this as well, is Breece Hall. He doesn't have a 5th-year deal. If he balls out this year, the Jets are going to have to probably figure out a way to extend him as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think Garrett and Sauce are both going to command over $30 million a year. And from a salary cap perspective, it's not going to hand tie us from getting, tie our hands up and getting other players, because this is how good teams operate. You draft well, and you keep the guys that are worth keeping. And Sauce and Garrett, JJ and Breece, I think are all worth keeping. Let me know.